All right, last conic section that you looked at was the parabola. So on this question, they have told us that the vertex of the parabola is located at -7.8 and you have a focus at -7.9. Again, if you're not sure about the orientation, I think that sketching yourself a picture is going to be your best bet here. So all right, so the vertex would be located here. And then it tells you that the focus is located here. Remember that with a parabola, the vertex is always going to be where it changes from one direction to the other, and it needs to create that bowl shape with the focus inside of it, which means that we can tell here that this is going to be a parabola that opens up. So that's vertically oriented, meaning that it's going to start with a Y. So we are looking at this form. Remember that H comma K is the vertex, so we already know H and we already know K. And then P is the focal length. P is the distance from the vertex to the focus. So this little bit here is P, which means that we know that P is equal to 1 in this case. And because the parabola is opening up, we know that this 1/4P out in front is going to be positive. If it opened down, that would be a negative value. So as we fill this in, 1/4 times 1 times x minus a -7, so +7 all squared, plus k, so +8. And then we can simplify that to look like this. So that would be the equation of your parabola. So now if we talk about graphing this, remember that the way that we graph this, we always plot the vertex and then the focus using P, which we have that here. And then you had this fact that 4P is the focal width, which is the distance from side to side of the parabola through the focus. So what we know is that this value out in front, the 1/4, is 1/4P. So we know that 1/4P in this case is 1/4. So if I cross multiply, I get 4 equals 4P, meaning that P equals 1. So it just so happens in this case that your focal length and your focal width are the same. So the segment that goes through the focus side to side of the parabola has a width of 1. So that means on each side of the focus, we would have half of that. So we would have literally 1/2. So I would have a point here and a point here. So this would be a narrow parabola opening up.